Mike Moore Media.
On our media line, I'm catching up with our friends at Mount Jubilee Ministries, and we have to start with Cecil Cottrell, Executive Director, on the line, and he has a special guest with him as well. Hey, Cecil, how are you?
I'm doing great, Mike. I hope you are.
I'm doing fine. Well, we want to talk about several things, but for those that may not know, can you give us kind of an overview of Mount Jubilee Ministries, what you folks are all about, please?
Absolutely, Mike. Hey, listen, thanks a lot for having us on, and it's just such an honor to be able to advocate for Mount Jubilee Ministries and for this special needs population. So Mount Jubilee is a Christian organization partnering with individuals who have special needs. Our primary focus, Mike, is the teen and adult population. And I say that and can piggyback real quickly off of that the school systems take really good care of these dear folks up until they're around 20, 21 years old when they age out of the school system. And once that happens, they find themselves really at a cliff and falling off. There is Medicaid funding. It's called the Innovations Waiver, and it provides funds, governmental funds, for about it's less than half of the population. So that leaves the other half with absolutely no resources whatsoever. So Mount Jubilee, if you will, is kind of bridging that gap between those that receive services and those that don't from the government. Now, we are a faith-based, like I said, Christian organization. We rely totally on contributions from the community and a very modest tuition fee that is charged to the participants. And, just to put that in perspective, it's less than a child care fee that we charge for the programming on a weekly basis. But it's just been an outstanding growth spurt over the last few couple of years, even in the midst of COVID. Mount Jubilee was founded 15, 16 years ago, and it was primarily a camp ministry 1 week out of the summer. And about 5 years ago, we began building a foundation to expand on. And the Lord has really blessed us with that effort, and we are financially stable. We have opened a program here in Rockingham County, a developmental day program, and one in Forsyth County as well. And I'm going to just throw this out real quick. As we did the camp ministry for 10 years and saw these friends come into camp for 1 week each year, it was so often said, this is great, but we would like to do this for them all year long. Mm-hmm. And that's what gave us the vision, if you will, to begin launching these day programs throughout the area.
I like the way you said that at the beginning there too, Cecil. Really using the analogy there of the bridge, and that's really what you're doing, isn't it? You're bridging that communication and that gap and that service.
That's exactly right. It really is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know you have Jenna Moore with you there, program director. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good, Mike. Thank you so much for having us.
You folks do so much now. It's been exciting to watch your growth over the years, as Cecil was just saying. And I know you have so many things that you're involved in now. But tell us about this. Is a fun week you're in because you've got a lot of projects going on. You've got that auction and you've got the walk. So give us an update on that. Where are we in some of these activities?
Excellent. So I'm so excited to be representing his path, which is the day programs that Cecil mentioned earlier. We currently have a day program in Rockingham County, and we have recently expanded into Forsyth County. We currently have 12 to 14 participants at each day program. In Rockingham County, we're open Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. In Forsyth, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We are curriculum-based, and we have 5 different tenets of our curriculum, including daily living skills, education, developmental activities, community integration, and community living. And our goal, Mike, is to offer opportunities to our participants who they don't they don't necessarily have those like you and I do. So our goal is to provide those for them. Our core belief is that all people, regardless of their ability, have a God-ordained purpose for their lives and should have the opportunity to live as contributing members of society. And so that is really what we're doing at His Path. It has been such a blessing to be involved, and we're so excited for our fun walk and our auction coming up this weekend because it's our main fundraiser and really helps out our programming for the rest of the year to keep our doors open, to provide care and love to our participants. So thank you so much for having us.
Sure. Well, tell us a little bit more about that auction and that fun walk.
Yeah, Jenna's passing the mic over to me there, Mike. No pun intended.
Right. Okay.
As Jenna mentioned, this is our signature fundraising event. And when we started raising money 6 years ago now, we really put our heads together to figure out how we could do this with one big bang. And we came up with a family fun walk, lunch, and auction. And what we have done over the years is we've reached out into the community to gain corporate and local business sponsors. And let me just back up for a minute. The first year we set a goal of $30,000, and each year we've increased that goal to this year we're at $65,000. Each and every year we have surpassed our financial goal. So to put it in perspective, we seek the corporate and business sponsorships throughout the county. This year, for example, we've got over $34,000 in local business and corporate sponsorships for the event. Our participants and our campers come together, our board members, staff, and put together teams, and that just broadens that reach. And so there's like 17 or 18, maybe 20 teams that are out there raising money for the Family Fun Walk. Sponsor me for the walk. And that number is up around $20,000 at this point. So you can hear now very quickly that we're at $55,000 already. And the auction total so far, it's an online auction. It's at $6,000. So we're only a few $1,000s shy of our goal. And that's not counting the mailbox that was full of checks this morning.
Wonderful.
And so, yeah, it really is, Mike. But we've got 175 people that are registered for the Family Fun Walk. This is so fun to say. We will start at Penrose Park Country Club at 10:15 Saturday morning, and we will walk up to the Reedsville Fire Department and take part in the dedication ceremony of the memorial for the 20th anniversary of 9/11. So we're just thrilled to be able to attend that and support the city of Reedsville and their efforts of memorializing that tragic day back in 2001.
Yeah. You know, that event alone, I know a lot of people will be there for that. It was a wonderful write-up in Rockingham Now yesterday, and we've talked about it with several of the folks there in Reedsville, the fire chief last week, as a matter of fact. But and to be a part of that and just all of this coming together and to set that goal, that's very impressive to start with. But to hear where you are, that certainly speaks well of the people that support you and believe in what you're doing, doesn't it?
It does, Mike. And we were talking before we went on air about the Chamber coffee this morning, and I just can't say enough about the local Chamber of Commerce's. I'm more familiar with Reedsville's than I am the rest of the county, but I was asked to become a member of that by Denise Brady back about 6 years ago, and that probably was one of the key ingredients of success for Mount Jubilee Ministries, because it gave us that networking opportunity. And just this morning alone, just to see the camaraderie and the networking that goes on through the city chambers is incredible. So I just can't say enough about the community support. Mount Jubilee Ministries would not be here today without the community support. And you mentioned that fundraising goal, Mike. I've been involved with a lot of different contributions. There are a ton of different great opportunities, great organizations throughout the county that we support, and I'm sure your listeners support. But it is a pretty impressive one-day goal. Of course, it goes on for months, but as far as gathering the sponsorships, but to be able to raise $65,000, upwards of $60,000 with one event is pretty impressive. And it doesn't speak to us. It speaks to the community supporting us.
It certainly does. Yeah, that is great. Well, before we finish up, if someone is listening, Cecil, and they need more information about what you're doing and would like to help with your work at Mount Jubilee Ministries at MJM, how do we get in touch with you?
Sure. One of the best routes, Mike, is through the website, mountjubilee.org. My email address is all three words spelled out, Mount Jubilee Ministries @gmail.com. And my phone number is 336-552-3766. And Jenna's here to give you her information if there's someone listening that knows someone that is 18 or above that might be interested in the day program opportunities.
Okay, wonderful, Jenna.
My contact information, my email is hispastmjm@gmail.com, and my phone number is 336-520-0260.
That is great. Well, it's good to connect with you both, and lots of folks connecting with what you're doing, and it's good to get your story, and looks like we've got a lot of people involved in what you're doing and coming up on that event on Saturday. So thanks for the updates, and I wish you continuing success.
Mike, you don't know how much we appreciate the reconnection, and the pandemic has really thrown a damper on a lot of things, and for you to reach back out yesterday was a joy for us here at Mount Jubilee Ministries, and we look forward to continuing the partnership on down the road. Before we end, though, I do want to share with you, and I know you're aware of it. You might have to go back a few years to recall it, but we've spoken quickly about our mission, and that is basically to develop day programs for our participants to be able to come to and have fruitful lives. Our vision, though, Mike, is to develop an inclusive residential community, probably with an agricultural overture, where our special friends can continue to learn, work, and live as they are celebrated and empowered through their God-ordained abilities. So, we're just getting started, by the grace of God, to be honest with you, to move this organization into something that is really going to be profitable to the portion of our community that is so often pushed to the very back of the line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, thank you for your good work and continuing that. And we'll talk again soon. And I wish you continuing success, as I said. And I'm going to give that contact information again. Thank you, Cecil. Thank you, Jenna.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
All right. See you Saturday. Okay, I wanted you to get an updated information there from our friends at Mount Jubilee Ministries. They're in Reidsville, but the good work they're doing here in Rockingham County and in Forsyth County. Let me give you that contact information again. The website, mountjubilee.org, and on Facebook, Mount Jubilee Ministries. And in the communication that Cecil and I have back and forth here, he always ends with this from Proverbs 31:8, and I'll do the same. Speak up for those who can't speak for themselves, for the rights of those who need an advocate.